season. In this edit, I'm going to be mixing it up a little. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I often drive to the ocean on the east coast, and when I do that, I pass through a town called Braidwood, and I always threatened that I would stop here and have a look around, and that's where I am today. Today is Friday, the 18th of April. That makes it smack bang in the centre of autumn here in New South Wales. And we're having a beautiful autumn, and we had a beautiful summer. Feel so very lucky. But there is a bit of a problem. I'm not sure if it's a tropical cyclone, tropical low, unsure what it is, but it will be hitting the New South Wales coastline Saturday or Sunday, I believe. Now, with it being Easter, my boss had some family commitments, so he gave us the whole week off. So I've driven 4 hours to Braidwood, northeast from Albury, and I'm going to stay here one night, and then I'm going to pack up Bay, my bikepacking bike, and I'm going to cycle on what I'm going to call the Araluen Way from Braidwood down to the coast. Now, ordinarily, if driving, I would take the Clyde Pass, which is a very sweeping, twisty and undulating mountain pass that goes on for probably 20 kilometres. But I'm taking a route that will take us down a natural kind of funnel through the mountains down to the coast. So let's just go and have a look at the historic town of Braidwood. So this rock in the park is engraved, and it says, "This rock stands as an acknowledgement that the land in the Braidwood region was occupied and cared for by the people of the Durga language group for tens of thousands of years before the European settlement. Their dispossession and displacement and the resulting suffering and loss of sacred culture are deeply regretted. We aspire to a shared future in which Aboriginal wisdom is valued and all people and the land are respected and cared for." So that's a very, brought a tear to my eye actually. Now that's a very touching tribute. You know, we can't undo what happened, but we can make a better future for everyone. Now, Braidwood was settled in the 1820s, and it's named after a doctor, well, a surgeon, that used to work on the convict ships. Now, this Dr. Braidwood was a very kindly fellow. He was said to have treated his patients on the convict ships with the utmost care and respect. He was gifted some land down by the Shoalhaven River, and he settled here, and this town is named Braidwood after him.
So Braidwood, steeped in colonial history and thousands of years of Aboriginal history, it was so very good to learn that Dr. Braidwood also treated the Aboriginals of the area with great compassion. The Aboriginal population was decimated by disease brought in by the Europeans and also in conflicts.
This is my hotel. So in Australia, bakeries are very popular. Being Good Friday, a public holiday, most places are shut, but the bakery is open. And here I have my first incident of the trip. I got a cup of tea and a quiche, and I have spilt the tea on my hand and I have burnt it. I think it's going to come up in a blister. Found a tap just there, rinsed it. So that's where Granny Angie's misadventures comes into it. It's around 5 o'clock now. The sun is just starting to go down. There's a very interesting bell here. Some beautiful trees in autumn colours. St Bede's bell, in service of this church since 1862, was in 1961 set up in this tower. So for 99 years this bell was in this church, and now it stands here.
The Weather Bureau says swells, some waves of more than 3 metres will batter our coastline in the morning. And news just in, another drowning. Late this afternoon, a man was swept off rocks in Green Cape near Eden on the south coast. A warning to all beachgoers, if it's not safe, don't swim.
So just watching the news, ex-cyclone Tam, which battered New Zealand last week, is now in the Tasman heading our way, and it's causing dangerous surf. There's been a few drownings and things aren't good. So I'm just hoping that while I'm bikepacking for 3 days that things calm down, and then next week things are back to normal, because I'd like to get a last surf session in before winter. I had a really nice dinner here at the Royal Mail Hotel Braidwood. Really enjoyed it, and I'm going to get to bed early. It's only 7 o'clock and I've got the luxury of a telly in my room. Morning. It's around 7 o'clock and I'm just getting ready, just had a shower, and today for the first time I will be trying these, I forget what they're called, bib shorts. They were in the bike shop, probably even a year ago, in the bargain bucket. So I thought, you know what, I'll buy them and try them, because every time I go bikepacking I get stomachache, and I don't know why. I think it could be sulfites in the dried fruit I eat, which I only eat bikepacking. Hopefully if I do get stomachache, I won't have a tight waistband on my tummy. But the only thing is, every time you want to wee, you're going to have to take your top off. Anyway, let's have a cup of coffee and get down and get the bike built. It is now 20 to 9 and I'm all ready to go, and so is Bay. Here he is, resplendent in his luggage. Now I've got a technical with my front roll packer. When you tie them down, when you pull the straps up tight, you push this clip over like that, but this clip isn't gripping because it's half gripping because it's broken off on one side. Anyway, let's set off and see how we go. And a note for any prospective bikepackers who are watching this thinking they want to do it: don't be disheartened if on the day of going, like me, you've prepped really well. I have prepped for weeks for this, literally weeks, and still it's a kerfuffle to get it all together. The roll packer broke. I couldn't get one of my fork bags on for some reason. I just packed it differently. So there's always something, just little annoying things that you forget, or you brought the wrong one, and a bit of swapping in and out needs doing. So don't be disheartened, because you're not alone. I'm sure there are some perfect people out there who do their perfect bikepacking tours, but I ain't one of them. Let's get going. So this is the Araluen Road, and I'm going to be following this road for around 90 kilometres all the way to Mariah, to the coast.
As I climbed onto the plateau of the southern tablelands out of Braidwood, the land was parched.
Distance 4.0 kilometers, duration 41 minutes 19 seconds.
Braidwood sits at around 650 metres, and it's sitting in what is called the southern tablelands, and that's not because it's flat, because it's like a plateau. And since Braidwood, it's been uphill all the way.
Distance 7.0 kilometers.
So this is the first time riding with my orange bars with a shorter stem. It's a little bit better, brings the handlebars a bit higher and a bit closer to me, but I could do with another, I don't know, 30 millimeters towards me and perhaps up, either up or towards me or both. Both would be ideal, but certainly an improvement. They're building a new bridge. I should, if I go over there, I should be able to stay dry. Actually, later on, when I'm at camp, I'll tell you the story of why this has happened. I've been going around 2 hours and I'm still on the road section, and it's fine because it's beautiful. Little shaded area that I've stopped in to get a drink and catch my breath. And this is why I bike pack. There's nothing quite like being out in nature with your food, your water, your transport and your shelter, and not a sound except the leaves rustling on the trees, bird song and the flies buzzing. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's get a drink. is what I like to see, a steep descent sign. We know what goes down has to go up. That was a good descent, really enjoyed that. Right, get my click stand out. Handy bike packing hint, make sure you get one of these for each brake. Slip it over front brake. It doesn't stop it swinging, but it's better, it swings less. Sometimes I can't be bothered to get my click stand out and the bike always falls over. If you haven't got one, get one and use it. If only I could follow my own advice. Right, so I'm just going to have another drink and I might push up this hill. That was a good descent. Now, this fork bag on the left looks okay, but this one looks positioned weird and I'm paranoid about it. I've checked it, double checked it, undone it, done it up again a few times. But remember what happened to me in Spain? I'm just so paranoid on a fast descent like that. If this went in there, actually on a road, I'd probably be dead. Especially if there was a car behind me. So yeah, I'm a bit paranoid about that. It's a beautiful day. But I think the rain is coming. It's a blue sky with lots of clouds and the clouds are building. So tomorrow I think is going to be perhaps rainy, even tonight, which is a shame. But it's beautiful now and that's what matters. Live in the moment. Oh, handlebars swung. Such a pain in the butt. Anyway, let's glug a drink and get moving. So I use this monkey cage. I have to undo this each time. It's a pain in the butt. So I bought that monkey cage for the Ultravasseur and I'm stuck with it. I can't afford to replace things that don't need replacing, but I will do one day. And talking of the Ultravasseur, a guy contacted me, Phil, from British Columbia, and he is doing the Ultravasseur right now. And it is raining and bloody raining, poor bloke. Strangely, we were chatting last night on Messenger, and the 18th of April, which is yesterday, and I looked at my video for the 18th of April, and that's right where he is. Yeah, to be honest, I'm a little bit jealous of him because I'd love to do it again. That was my first bike packing. I didn't really know anything about it. I'd only watched Johan and I didn't bike pack very well. I think I'm better at it now and I'm a bit fitter. But having said that, I'm not very fit at the moment. I've just got over my tummy trouble this week. It really was bad. So I've done no exercise all week. So I think in the last 6 months, I've ridden my bike once at Nail Can Hill and once at Mogo, and that's it. So I'm really unfit. Anyway, let's get moving. Cheers. So when I rode this very same bike on the Ultravasseur for over 850 kilometres, I was totally comfortable on it all the time with the standard mountain bike handlebars. But nowadays, now I'm older, I want to sit more upright. Now whether that's because I was carrying a very heavy backpack with my laptop in it. I don't know, but it's a possibility. Oh, this is fabulous. This descent is beautiful, even though it's a sealed road. Steep mountainsides, lots of repairs gone on here, but very steep down, very steep up. I feel very lucky to be able to do this. So this is the township of Araluen. Very remote, very pretty. This road is called Dirty Butter Creek. I find that amusing. Beautiful hills. I have the Monga National Park to my left and ahead, and to my right. We're kind of boxed in, so this is like a funnel, and it funnels down to the ocean.
Distance 26.0 kilometers. Duration 3 hours 9 minutes 40 seconds.
I'm sitting in this beautiful little churchyard in Araluen township, and I'm just resting. I've had something to eat, I've had a drink or two, and I'm doing something I don't usually do, but I'm having a really good rest, so's I don't bonk. Because you know what I'm like, it's very hot. I guess the high 20s, and the sun, although it's cloudy in areas, it's very high cloud, and the sun is filtering through it all the time, and it's very hot. And you know, if you watch my videos, I don't handle hot well, so I'm just gonna rest until I feel ready to go. Oh, this is beautiful. So there's a beautiful, feels like a summer breeze, but it's actually autumn breeze coming through here. The trees are gently moving. The sun's just up here. Now, something to add to my packing list, a big bin bag, because it's great for sitting on and laying on. And I will be updating my downloadable bikepacking pack sheet. You can find it on my website, nosecondseason.com. I'll update it to, I think it'll be V6, yeah, version 6. So I'll do that, so you can see a few items I've added, because you learn all the time, mistakes are made. And I'll tell you one I made for this one yesterday, walking around Braidwood taking photos and making little films. My camera, SD card shut down because it was full. What a palaver. Luckily, I had a pin in my car to open my phone SD card slot. I put it in there and deleted all the old rubbish off it, because usually I do delete it, but because I haven't used it of late, I didn't bother checking it. But I've added that to my list because, you know, before you go, it's like turning off your heating and your aircon, etc. There's lots of things that you don't think about, but you need to do. Oh, it's beautiful here. It's quite hazy. They must be burning off somewhere. Around Albury, all the hills in the distance, smoke. A real haze because they're doing burning off. They burn off all the dry summer grass. And I think there must be a bit going on here. You certainly wouldn't want to be here in a bushfire because you're trapped. There's the Monga forest each side and in front. Anyway, I'm going to have a little rest and I'll get back on the bike. Oh, if I'd have seen this before, I could have gone to the loo, which is what I wanted. Nice little reserve. I wonder if you can camp here. Barbecues, sheltered picnic area. What a lovely job they've done. Oh, and toilets. Here's the Araluen Hotel. I might take a look. So I've just stopped at this very popular Araluen Hotel. It's very busy. They do food, drinks, ice creams. So I stopped at the pub, Araluen Hotel. That was nice. The sun is very hot. I'm gonna have to put my sun hat back on. Damn it. It gets hot in the sun hat, but it does stop me burning. I better do it. My laziness sometimes holds me back. And we're onto the gravel road now. And soon we should be in, wow, we should be in now what I'm calling the Dewar River Valley. Still on the Araluen Road, but the valley is called is spelled D-E-A-U. I'm going to call it Dewar. I don't know how you pronounce it. There's some good corrugations here. Whoa, I'm skidding off everywhere. I just come from this way and I'm heading up here. To my right I can now see the Dewar River. You can see all the work that's had to be done again. I'll be telling you that story later.
Distance 32.0 kilometers. Duration 5 hours 10 minutes 68 seconds.
I did my best to make sure I didn't bonk by having regular food and water intervals, but as you know, I'm not good in the heat.
Just pushing at the moment. There's undulations. The trend is down, but there are ups and then downs, and then ups and then downs. But not hit a down for a while now, and I'm a little confused as to what the creek is actually called. It's either the Dewar or the Araluen, or both. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Oh, some nice shade. Have a little rest. It's been very hot. Oh. Bad cramp in my leg there. Damn it. I've drunk plenty of water and I've had electrolytes, and I only can have a few because otherwise I cramp really bad. So this ride isn't what I thought it was. I won't deny I'm a little bit disappointed because somewhere I read you're riding along the river. Oh my God, I got a cramp that's so bad. It's going right through my knee. Oh, damn it. Oh, I think it's because my legs are bent. My pedals need, my seat needs to be higher, but then I can't touch the ground. Oh God, I feel sick now. I'm gonna bonk now. I think I'm bonking. I'm too hot. Okay, regroup. I need my seat higher, but if I have it higher, so my leg goes straight on each revolution, but if I have it higher, I won't be able to touch the floor. I'll walk for a bit. Oh, it's nice and cool here. Oh, I'm back in the sun. And it goes up again.
Distance 36.0 kilometers. Duration 5 hours 43 minutes 15 seconds.
Where's the Dewar River?
We're about to come to it a bit further down.
Oh right, so not too far then.
Yeah. Oh, you're out of water, eh?
No, I'm not out, but I'm worrying because I'm camping and I just want to make sure I've got enough.
So there's a campground at Baker's Flat, that's right on the river.
Okay.
Right past that.
Oh well, good luck. Have a good ride. Thank you. So I just spoke to that gent because this is the river here. A horrible stagnant mess. There's a stagnant pool at the moment. Anyway, 10 more kilometres and then I'll stop and camp. And that'll be nice. I'm just glad I saw that man because sometimes I get frightened that I've made a big mistake. Because I do so much research, but I just miss those really fine details. Yeah, I thought this was along the riverbank. I'm a nincompoop. I'm a nincompoop, and that's for sure. Anyway, let's push up this hill. Pushing again. I had a little break, but I think I'm at my limit. So many ups, up, 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 a little bit of down. The sun would bugger off. Changed my top so I can have it open, which is a bit cooler. So you can see, this is to my right, to the river valley, just how steep this is. The river is right down there. They've had to do a lot of work to rebuild this road, hence it's still being rebuilt and why there's closures.
Distance 40.0 kilometers. Duration 6 hours 41 minutes 22 seconds.
Some guys on motocross bikes over there. And the river, not sure which one, the Maroya, the Araluen or the Dua river down below. When will I be getting to the river valley? I hope it comes soon. I'm really kind of, I have actually bonked. There's been lots of lovely people stop and ask if I'm okay, and then there's been feral a-holes driving flat chat, like no chance of stopping if something comes the other way. Scary. Nice. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I've got another little descent here, for about 5 kilometres to the campsite. so I should be looking forward to that. It's dusty, but look, people live down here. I've just got to live with it. Not everyone gives a shit about cyclists, so that's just how it is, isn't it? Anyway, it's a lovely ride through here. Looks like a bit of an airstrip here. And there's a windsock to my left. Nice little creek. Okay, so here is Dewar River Campground. I'm told the Baker's Flat one is much nicer. I'm not sure what to do. I am worn out. I just made a really big mistake. A real feral looking old man just stopped and said to me, I just said, how far is Baker's Campground? And he said, kilometre. He said, you meeting people? And I said, no. And I should have said yes. He just kept staring. A little bit worried, because he'll know I'm either here or there if he's a weirdo. But perhaps I'm just overthinking it. So I'm just setting up my campsite. The river is just here. The road is just there. I spoke to a really nice couple up there. I'm really worried about that creepy man, really worried. But there is another campsite here, and then there's another one there, and then you go up the top where the nice people were. So I'm hoping that bloke doesn't come back. He was definitely dodgy. Now the mozzies are going to be here soon, aren't they? I'm just using my pump to pump this up. And I'm dying for my first cup of tea. I really am. I better cover up. There's still a bit of blue in the sky. Some little fluffy clouds. I've just made a cup of tea. But I made a mistake. I went to put the lid on and I pushed so hard it collapsed the cup and all the tea spilled out. So I've got half a cup of tea. My glasses are steamed up. Can you see? I can't. I'm steamed up. This is what I'm having for dinner tonight. Simply Wholesome Pantry's instant nourish bowl. Bulgur and quinoa, with peas, carrots and eggplant. Haven't tried it before, might be disgusting, but I'll give it a go. And if it's poo, I'll eat chocolate and sweets. Hot. I won't say it's tasty, because it's not. It's pretty average. I watch Luke on the Outdoor Gear Review, and every time he has a meal, because all his viewers buy him meals, and every time he puts his spoon in, he puts it in his mouth, and then he goes, alas, I cannot do that, because it's all right. I mean, I'm going to eat it because it's food, but it needs a spicy sauce or something with it. Anyway, this should fill me up. I'll have this and an apple and then a bar of chocolate. And I'll try and get some sleep, because I didn't sleep much last night. I slept till midnight, and then I was awake till about 3, and then got up at 6. So I didn't get much sleep. I'm really tired. They don't really do much, but I got these little jackets off AliExpress for my gas canisters, because they're cold on the bottom as well, and they don't do the bottom. But anyway, hopefully it does something. It's only 7:15, it's pitch black outside, and I am exhausted. Not only didn't I get much sleep last night, but I did 52 kilometres of undulating track today, which is a lot for me. I know it's not for anyone who's really fit, but it's a lot for me. And my legs are still cramping a bit. What should have happened was I should have camped after about 20 odd kilometres at Araluen, but I missed the campsite. So to continue to this one, it was 52 kilometres, and now to Maria it's only about 30 kilometres, and I've got all day Sunday and Monday to do that. And I've got a hotel in Maria. So I've got what I've always wanted, and that is a chill day at camp. I will laze about tomorrow. I'll get up when I'm ready and just hang around. I just hope that bloody bloke doesn't turn up. I'm really worried about it. What an idiot. You've got to be on your toes. And I wasn't. He was definitely creepy. So anyway, I'm going to get some early shut-eye, and I will see you tomorrow, or perhaps when I wake up in the middle of the night, because I always do. Nighty-night for now. Oh, well, that was a bit rubbish. It's only 10:15 and I've woken up, so I've made a cup of tea, did a wee. Thought you'd want to know that. And I'm going to try and get back to sleep by listening to a YouTube download of the life of Charles Dickens. I've listened to it before, but I find it very interesting, so I'm going to listen to that again. And there's no phone signal here at all. There might be at the top of the road just a tad-et of a signal, but not down here by the river, because we're pretty sheltered here. There's lots of centipedes about. I don't like them. They're scary. There was one outside near my bike, and then there was just one in here. It scares the shit out of me. I don't like them. They've got too many legs, and they bite, don't they? They're actually
they have a toxin, I think, in their sting or their bite or whatever it is. So I hope one doesn't crawl into one of my bags and then I put my hand in and it bites me. Ugh, it made me be sick. Yeah. And I just remembered, look what I've got with me. You may have seen this, or you may not. Hanging on the back of my backpack is just a small gold panning pan, because this river you're allowed to fossick and check for gold. So I might do that today and just stay here another night. That would be good. Yeah, I might do that. And then I'll have to rush on Monday over to Mariah. Yeah, perhaps that's what I'll do. Anyway, I'll try and get some sleep. Nighty night. Morning, it's 6:33 and the condensation is laying heavy, and I just put my stove on. I've got luckily the zip here opens from the top or the bottom, so I can open it because carbon monoxide rises, so I can let it out there. Now, a funny thing last night is I was listening to some YouTube downloads, and then my phone said, "You're back online," and I had to look, and it wasn't really a signal, but there wasn't not a signal. I don't know what it's called. But anyway, so it's always worth taking your phone on hikes and outings, even if there's no signal, because sometimes there is a signal. I reckon you'd have got a text through. I don't know about a phone call, but certainly a text. I think I bought a couple of little pots of cereal. The cereal I eat, the Aldi paleo stuff. I tipped milk in here. I let it soak for a while because it's really crunchy and I prefer it when it's soaked a bit. Leave it there. I can eat my cereal out of the little pot. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. Oh, nice coffee. I washed my hair at the hotel yesterday, and the shampoo, and I usually don't give a damn about my hair, as you know, but the shampoo, I think I might have washed it in conditioner. I don't know what happened, but it was all really a bit weird.
That's the end of part 1 of this bikepacking ride. I hope you found something interesting in it. Don't forget to give us a like if you did. I really enjoyed this day, even though I bonked and got cramp. It just teaches me a lesson. I need to do better research on the map, especially regarding elevation gain. Even though it's downward trend, there was so many ups. It was too hard for me, but I did enjoy it. It also today taught me that I need to research the areas better, know where my campsites are. Although I think camping at Araluen would be far too early in the day, so it worked out best doing the 52 kilometres and camping at Baker's Flat. I learnt that I should be researching my routes better when I'm planning, because the elevation was far too much for me, so I need to do better. But at least on this route it was one road and I couldn't get lost, so that was a bonus. And I also need to improve my awareness, because I did make a mistake with that man, and Angie said she saw that same man and he was definitely eyeing up women. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for staying until the end, and keep an eye out for part 2, which will be coming soon.